Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Wednesday the 18th, and today was a beautiful day to be alive. Woke up this morning and my body was completely wrecked. Like, I don't know, I guess a lot of people say it usually takes a couple days after an accident where it really kind of kicks in. And man, today was a bad day. Because yesterday I was like, okay, no, sucks, but today was way worse. Oh my lord, I hope it doesn't continue getting worse like this, because it will be a sad time. Cannot get in the hot tub because of all the open sores and yada yada. So I did get up this morning extra early. It took me a bit to get up. Like I was slow moving the process. Got moving. I did finally get moving though. Got up, got the dogs put away, and that have a new dog that came, a Mastiff mix that came yesterday. Spent the night, and he was whining off and on throughout the night. Had to get up a couple different times, and he just, I don't know what his deal was. He would be whining and crap, and just, I'd take him outside, he'd go, pee, bring him back in, hour and a half, 2 hours later, whine again, and I was like, holy crap, which didn't make that big a difference, because I was not sleeping worth a shit anyway with the whole injuries and stuff. I have not slept. I didn't sleep my night, didn't sleep last night, worth a damn at all. So the dog didn't help me sleep any, but he wasn't my sole bane of my lack of sleep. So got up though, got them moved around and stuff, went ahead and got the puppy here, got dropped off 5-something this morning. We chilled out a little bit, had to go out and feed the dogs out on the acreage. So I took the puppy with me, moved their dog around and stuff, whatnot. He was good to go. Took off, went out, got that done, came back, got to the house there. My wife had got off to work, everything there was good. I guess she had talked to her father sometime today, and he's sounding better. I don't know if he's doing better, but he's sounding better. At least sounds like it makes a little more sense and kind of a little more cohesive and not completely out of it like he was in the video. In the video, man, he looked, I didn't think he was ever coming out of there. Like, legitimately never thought he was coming out of there. She said he's doing better today, so yay for that, I guess. That's a good thing. Hopefully he can get better. Hopefully he can get it all figured out. Hopefully he can decide he wants to start fighting for something and working towards his goal and get that done. So got a few things done around the house. Nothing real major, just the simple stuff. I'm trying just to relax and rest as much as I can. I don't like taking pain pills, especially in the day, because I don't like the thought of operating a vehicle while under a narcotic and that. And I've got to operate a vehicle today to take care of animals. So I did take some ibuprofen. I'm not a fan of the drugs, but it is what it is. So went ahead, got that taken care of, went out midday after kind of just trying to relax the dogs. I just had a hard time sitting, like even just outside the chairs and stuff. I can't find a comfortable spot because my tailbone it just sucks. It feels like somebody just kicked me right in the ass by a mule or whatever is what it feels like. So, but went ahead, found out the doctor that my attorney had recommended. Turns out it's just a damn chiropractor. I did some research, talked to a handful of people as I'm looking up this guy to see if he has what he has for reputation, and virtually everything I got was the dude is all about billing insurance for as much damn money as possible. And every single person said they did not feel as if they got much help. It was all about the billing, not about the care, and it was ridiculous. Like, the one of them, they said they went there and he found out what their insurance limits were, and ironically their treatment that they needed, they knew this after the first visit, was like 89% of what the insurance was available. That's how many times he was going to need to visit to know how long it would take to fix this person from their injuries, that the doctor had saw after a 6-minute examination, knew it was going to take 37 visits or what the hell it was. And he's like, I'm like, first off, anybody that tells me it's going to take this many visits to fix me is full of shit, because everybody's body accepts it differently. You don't know what's going to happen throughout the week. It's just ridiculous. So when I found out that I was not seeing a doctor for my open wound, which is what I thought it was, which is why I hired an attorney, mostly is because I couldn't find a doctor who would see me because of the auto accident. And he's like, oh yeah, I got a whole list of doctors that'll treat you, and da-da-da. I'm like, okay, cool. And so far you gave me one chiropractor. And I'm like, where's the doctors? Like, they're basically, it sounds like, guys, go to urgent care, go back to the ER. And I'm like, at $1,600 for an ER visit? Like, no fucking way. I'm like, I'll literally let my leg rot off before I can't bring myself to that crap. It's just not how it works. So yeah, that's fun. It's so much fun. But I went ahead, said to hell with it. I basically called and spoke to the old chiropractor I used to see years ago. It's been probably close to 2 years since I saw this man. And he was a good chiropractor. Went there often, off and on, and realized that I think a hot tub helped me as much as the chiropractor did at the time for what I was having, the sore muscles in the back and the issues and stuff and whatnot. And the upper shoulder, I had a collarbone thing that would kind of mess me a little bit. And then I get headaches off and on. And I found that the hot tub worked as good, if not better, than the chiropractic did. So took the money I was going to spend on chiropractic, spent it on a hot tub instead, and I've been doing that mostly every day, which sucks now also because I can't do a hot tub. I cannot receive my relaxing treatment every morning to get my body, where I want it to be because of this car wreck. So, yay, fun me. But found out he does treat car accidents. He will bill the insurance and all that kind of crap. Like he said, I asked him, I assume you bill a much higher rate. He goes, yeah, I have to because one, I got to send a lot of paperwork and I got to do that. And I said, okay, cool. Can I just pay you the straight cash rate? And then I'd rather pay it out of my pocket and then worry about it. I'll submit the payments and stuff myself if there is anything to come out of it, whatnot. He said 100% yes, he is down for that. So went ahead, said hell with it. On the way back from feeding the dogs, the midday feed, I stopped by his office, was able to go in and get an adjustment. Said basically nothing new for my tailbone. He didn't touch my ankle because of the fact of what we're looking at. He's like, there's no purpose here because it's an open wound. He was scared to go near it, didn't want to unwrap it, a whole bunch of things. So we're kind of waiting for that to close up a little bit so we'll not let it bleed on each table as we go. That's something we do not want to mess with. But went ahead and adjusted my neck and my back and everything stuff. Supposedly going to email me a receipt and email me the notes or whatever the hell it's called, treatment notes, whatever. And I can take care of that, which is always so much fun. But I'd much rather see a chiropractor that's going to tell me the truth and be honest with stuff, not some guy who's going to look and see how much money he can possibly steal from me or the insurance company. Because whatever the hell, there's not much. It's like $10,000 all they have for insurance. So there's not a lot of money before it runs out, and I am fucked. So yeah, yay, whatever. So went ahead, said hold it, got done there, went over, let the cats out, hung out with them for a little bit. One of the cats, or maybe, I don't know, one of the cats had been sick, threw up in the living room there, which might be possibly they're doing a bunch of jackhammering, hammer, drilling, whatever stuff around the building. And it had I had that thought about the Miami collapse and stuff, and I'm like, great, I'm on the 11th floor of this gigantic, stupid building, and they're jackhammering. I don't know, I'm hoping it's just flooring. I don't know, it could be wall supports, I have no idea. So I don't know if the cat was nervous about the sound stuff, it was trying to hide and whatnot, and ended up getting sick, or if it just has a stomach issue, I don't know either. So, but went ahead, gave them give them food and water and stuff, everything there, clean up the litter box like I do, which that's the part I hate the most with the stupid cats. I hate the litter boxes, which is 99.9% reason why I do not own a cat is litter boxes. It's just, I don't like it. I got a couple different cats. I got 4 different clients that have cats. I go take care of their cats, and I would do it for half the money if I didn't have to touch the litter box. I literally would. I hate it. So went ahead, got that taken care of, headed back to the house, played the dogs and stuff, and ended up having a new dog come by. That an old dog I've watched it before, and it was funny because for some reason her photo doesn't stay loaded up on the website thing or stuff, and I'm like, have I met this dog? It's like, oh yeah, you watched him back. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, I watched her. Okay, so she's just a super chill. The one thing she like whine cries when she sleeps. She like snore cry thing. I don't know, it's a weird ass sound. It's hard to explain, but it's hard to sleep near her because holy shit, she's loud. And it's hard to drown out because it's one of those things that doesn't pick up a rhythm like somebody would have, like like the old cartoon Snorri, where it's in out thing. No, this is just like randomly, like I think she's a CPAP machine. Like she randomly just stops breathing or some stuff. It's awful. So other than that, she's super great, super easy to deal with. Aside from the snoring, which sucks, but it can be lived with. So went ahead, got them there. The van and then the new dog, the big mastiff I got last night, who kept me up all night. They got some good play in today and stuff. It was great. That dog had went after Bruce a little bit. They kind of got into it by what I didn't see it actually happen, so I'm not sure how it started or what in the hell was going on and stuff. And I was like, oh, that ain't cool, and this and that thing, blah blah whatever. And then later on, I was outside there, and they were all standing by the door, all 3 of them, and that damn mastiff mix thing went after Van and just like started just losing his damn mind. It changed from that like, hey, we're playing thing, there's that stuff, to that sound, the bark, everything changed to full on, I'm going to try and kill you right now type shit. So I'm screaming and yelling at him as I go hobble my ass, which, by the way, hobbling was the best I could do with the injuries. And I get there and I basically grab hold of the dog and stuff and whatnot, and pull him back and get him separated. All I can grab is the collar. So I grab the collar, yank that dog straight in the air, and then like immediately, once his eyesight comes off Van, like he's like, oh, what's going on? You want to get a hug? And I'm like, what the fuck happened to you, man? Like he's off his goddamn rocker. And I'm like, okay, that ain't cool. So I chained him up to the side of the fence, which I say chain, it's like 30 foot long, so it's like 60 foot of cable. He's out there and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that ain't cool at all. So when you're out here now with dogs, you're going to be put on a cable, which again, like I said, it's like 60 foot. So it's a giant run. Plenty of shade. I put water there for him and stuff. I'm like, okay, what the hell? And then I text the owners earlier saying he was up all night, and is there any suggestion you have to help this dog sleep tonight so I can get some rest also and stuff too? And my wife doesn't woke up. I'm not sleeping anyway after the wreck, but I want my wife to get some sleep. And they hadn't responded back. And then it was like within the hour or whatever, maybe 2 hours, I texted him and I'm like, hey man, your dog just tried to attack 2 different dogs now. It's the second case happening in, matter of hours. Is there anybody else down here that can watch this damn dog? Because I didn't know if he'd had other people that watched me before, or if he had some family who might be able to watch him but didn't want to watch him, and whatever, and crap. And then went on just keeping the dog separate. I basically, I'd put it on a leash, take it inside, I'd head to different rooms, and it was like, hey, this dog's, it's not being abused, it's not, it's just going to be separate. Same as other dogs that turn out to be aggressive and shitty dogs. And it sucks. And it's one of those things, a lot of people don't know how a dog's going to react when they're around, multiple dogs. But a lot of people, unfortunately, do not socialize their dogs with their dogs. And things go poorly when they get in even the smallest of groups. 3 dogs out there. So that dog and 2 new dogs, and he lost his damn mind. So yeah, I was like, not cool with that whole stuff. And then I just kind of basically forgot about thinking, well, I don't know what they're at. I don't know if they have cell signal. I don't know nothing about none of this shit. So I just kind of let it go. I'm like, hey, shit happens. So kept on with my day. Everything kept going, whatever I needed to do. Went ahead, had a couple other things happening. Just chilling. Just trying to be as relaxed as I can. Nothing major. They came, picked up Van went home and stuff. The other dogs. Karen said that her toe's been hurting her. She complained about a couple days ago and stuff. Like a week or two ago, like a long time, she complained about her toe itching like hell. We don't know what it was. I don't know, bug bite or who knows what. But she kept complaining her toe itched like hell. Didn't think about it. Well, her toe got to hurting. This morning she talked about it, asked if I could do. She said no. She ended up going to the, the $5 clinic, we're going to call it. There's one of the health care clinics. It's like an urgent care, but not quite urgent care. That with her insurance, she can go see them for $5. And it basically, that's a hell of a deal. So she went there. Turned out, I guess she has an infected toe. They gave her a bunch of antibiotics and stuff. I don't know if they gave her like an ointment or anything. I don't think they gave her an ointment. No pain pills, nothing. But her toe is just swollen and just hurts like shit. So, so she got home from that. She had to go there later. I was taking stuff, and I was asking like, hey, what are we doing for dinner? I was kind of waiting around for her, and she couldn't give me an answer how long it would take her because it's a clinic thing. You just kind of wait. You have no idea how long it's going to be until they finally get around to seeing you. So I went ahead and I waited as long as I could. Had some soup because I was like, that's the shortest meal I can eat. I was going to have pizza with her and stuff, but her not knowing she's coming home, I couldn't do that. Ate my soup real quick, headed out, and I left before she got home. Put Max in the back room. Actually put Lola in another bedroom just because of the fact that she's that's where she wanted to be. And I thought, still letting the dogs run in the whole house. I'll separate her out and Bruce out in the main part. She's in there laying in my shower tile floor, which is so silly. But went ahead, so she's out there in the back room and stuff, and told my wife, what's going on. She got home not long after I left. I went out and fed the dogs. Just slow. Everything I move so slow. Everything takes so long today. Got back from that. She just got out of the shower, and she was on the phone with her son who called her and was talking to him and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. So I went and grabbed the dogs, took them all outside, put the crappy dog on the lead out there. Again, like I said, it's like 60-foot lead, so it's really like on a lead. But basically had him out there chilling out. Bruce came out, everyone went to the bathroom. Bruce went back in, and then Lola stayed out there for a while and just kind of chilled. Every once in a while, she'd kind of walk over by the crappier dog, and I was like, nope, you don't get interacting, like, get away from yourself. So she listened, she'd come in later, and then go to the other side of the yard and whatnot. Everything was good there. But watched a little bit of Prime. Karen ended up having myself a cigar. Started to have a cigar, and got a call from the guy who owns the crappy dog. And he sent a text or two or three, and as it popped through, before the text even landed, I even got a chance to open and look at him. The phone rings and it's coming to the app, and this guy is losing his goddamn mind, just bitching like hell and throwing a fit about, I paid you, I was money, this dog's supposed to be the only dog there. And I'm like, no, first off, that's never been told. I said, not for the rate you paid. You paid the standard rate everybody else pays. Don't act like you're some kind of goddamn superhero because you gave me a couple dollars a day to watch this dog and stuff. I said, your dog's being shitty. So this guy's just losing his mind, being an asshole. And I'm doing it. It takes everything inside me of what you would call a Christian man to keep me from losing my shit on him. And I'm trying to calm him down. I'm like, dude, there's no purpose in this crap. There's no use here and stuff. I'm like, this is where it's at. This is how your dog reacts. And how would I know how your dog's going to react? And if your dog has never been around other dogs, this is what happens. I'm telling you where it's at. I said, went through and talked his ass down for over 20 minutes. Finally got him talked down. Explained to him about the situation. Explained to him the fact that by him coming at me sideways like this is not doing anybody any good, because that's not going to help the situation. By him calling up, and he's like, well, you're telling me I said, I didn't say shit. He goes, you're all mad at me for not contacting you back fast enough. I said, nope, that's all made up in your own damn head, man. That's all 100% you. Told me about the fact of the guy that tried to run me over in the truck year and a half, during COVID, backed out in front of me. Basically the whole thing and stuff. I've talked about it here before. If you guys need to know it, I'll tell it again. But that guy made up a story in his head that I was cussing and yelling at him for pulling out in front of me. I wasn't. I was just like, hey, look, there's a guy who's not paying attention to this shit, because that's the world we live in. Nobody pays attention to shit anymore. So as he then tries to run me over from the back, I stop so he can't hit me and one and stuff, and we get into a big old thing. And I basically, as he's wanting to fight me, I'm asking if he wants a hug, because he clearly needed one at that point in his life. He was in a shitty place. So same thing with this guy. Basically got him talked down, explained to him the fact that's not how it works. Even during my motorcycle wreck, when I was smashed by a car running 20 plus, 25 miles, how it was in the back, my heart rate never got out of the 80s. I never got my heart rate and even hit 90 beats per minute. It stays low. There's no purpose in that. And I was telling him, he goes, oh, I forgot that happened. He goes, man, I've been smashing out your windows. I've been punching. I've been kicking. I'm like, so you'd go to jail. You'd be injured. All kinds of fucked up injuries. And then you would go to jail, where you would then face charges for aggravated assault and, damage upon property and all this kind of crap. For what? What good did it do you? You bust your hand on somebody's window because you're an idiot? You don't react properly? Like, dude, stay calm, man. First off, it's way more scary when you see a dude who's hit by a car, gets up, and then goes over to hug the person who hit him, because you don't know what I'm capable of. It's not the sanest thing, because that's not the reaction you usually have. But my theory is, I'm a peace-loving man until there's no more time to be peaceful. And I told him, I said, that way you're talking right now, if you weren't in Jersey and here, it would have been a whole different story. Even with my injuries, I probably would have lost the fight, but you would have had some damage. And he got calmed down. He explained the whole thing, whatever. We got things chilled out a little bit. He apologized. Basically, with just the dog's going to kind of live a solitary life, which I find out that's what the dog does all day anyway. He's not around any other dogs. So what the hell does it matter? So that's where we're at. So much fun. Got that whole done. I was literally on the phone for over 20 minutes. Got off the phone with him finally. Now I'm like going, do I have time for a cigar? I don't know if I'll be out. The weather's finally starting to cool off a little bit, and I haven't really been able to enjoy the cigar since I got smashed Monday, because I can't sit very long and I can't get comfortable. I'm constantly moving around, fidgeting and stuff, and also my neck is so sore from everything that when I draw in on my cigar, it hurts to draw in on my cigar, which sucks. But I grabbed a cheaper cigar because I'm not going to waste a good one when I don't feel great. Ended up having the cigar. Karen came out. We watched some TV, chatted a little bit, talked about her day, talked about her stuff, and then headed back in. She headed in a little early. I finished up my cigar, headed in, got all the dogs put away and all that fun stuff that comes with it. Ended up leaving the shitty dog in the bedroom with us, because I thought, well, if he's closer to people, maybe he'll cry less at night. He'll be right there. I can, put my arm down, I can pet him and stuff throughout the night as he kind of whines in that. And see what happens in that process. So he was in there. Lola and Bruce were out in the rest of the house. They had the rest of the house to themselves, and then he was stuck in the bedroom with me, and my wife. But went ahead, got that done. Watched a little bit of TV. Couldn't turn my brain off. My brain's just going to sleep when I have injuries sucks, because I know I'm going to roll over, I'm going to hit it, I'm going to bump it, and it's going to be painful, and it's going to shock me awake, and it drives me crazy. So took some pain pills my brain too. It makes it hard for me to go to sleep on a pain pill, so I took that. I got to kind of wait for it to get past that weird time frame. It's like 20 minutes to an hour it takes to kick in. If we get past it weird, if not, I have like horrendous, terrifying night frights and shit, like worse than nightmares, like bad stuff. So got that through. She was going to sleep. I stayed up and watched a little bit more on the iPad, and finally was able to wrap it up, call night. And I don't know what time to look it up. It was probably midnight, 1 o'clock where it was, when I finally decided to try and actually get my eyes closed down and get some sleep. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.